Professor. Good afternoon, experts and colleagues. Today, my talk is about multiscale homogenization method for the electromechanical coupling effects. More specific is about piezoresistive behavior of porous viscoelastic nanocomposites. This is Weidong from Tongji University, Shanghai, China. First, briefly introduce my collaborators. Zefu is my PhD students who mainly contribute to this work, and Yonglin, Chen, and Yonglin are my colleagues in our school. They also contribute very important suggestion and discussion on this work. My presentation is mainly include the four parts. First of all, I briefly introduce research background. For example, flexible sensors are now nowadays have been applied in different frontier fields. First of all, they have the lightweight and the flexibility advantages. This allows the flexible sensors can conformally attach to the complex surface of different structures. On the other hand, we also can use the multi-layer integration strategy to make the flexible sensors to perceive multi-stimuli signals. So nowadays we can use the different kinds of flexible sensors for the human cyber physical system for various perception and sensing function. First of all, for the human function, we can use the flexible sensors for sense the physiological signals like motion, and pulse, and other implantable function sensing target. And for the advanced robotics field, they can embed it into the human robotics, make the robotics can sense and have the tactile sensing feedback. And for the advanced manufacturing, we also can use the flexible sensors for design and manufacturing integrated for the high quality manufacturing of structures. For the performance evaluations of flexible sensors, previous study mainly focused on the linear property and the sensitivity and the ring, broaden the reach and improve the resolution. But for the most of the sensing materials is made of composites, such as nanocomposites. We can use the nanofillers such as nano carbon tube, graphene, MXene, and so on, can improve the conductivity and also control the stiffness of the nanocomposites. But for the polymeric materials, they have inherent viscoelasticity, which makes the sensor has time delay or lead to the signal response is not has the hysteresis or makes the signals has the drift. So our target is to study the mechanism and then minimize the hysteresis of the signal drift of the electromechanical signals and enhance the repeatability of flexible sensors based on the nanocomposites. First of all, for the nanocomposites based sensors, firstly, we use conductive carbon-based fillers to improve the conductivity. And we also consider polymer matrix. And then we also introduce different levels of porous structure to control the deformation and the stiffness of the sensor structure. In general, we have two typical loading conditions. One is step loading, for example, the wind pressure on the surface of aircraft wing. And the other one is cyclic loading, for example, the vibration on the structure. We show the previous experimental results. We use the flexible polymeric nanocomposites based flexible sensor. When we apply the step loading, the response of electrical resistance change has some time delay, or have the or we call the resistance creep. And for the cyclic loading, it also has the resistance relaxation. All this, both of the results are mainly attributed to for the previous fillers and matrix and porous structure. They have the functional results on results in the lead to the results. So our key problem is to study the time evolutionary piezoresistive behavior of this viscoelastic porous nanocomposites. Previous research on the viscoelastic porous nanocomposites mainly focus on the time independence. So they only consider the piezoresistive behavior based on the strain of stress and on the other hand, the previous model mainly focus on the single scale perspective. And we also we consider the intrinsic viscoelasticity of the polymer matrix. And we also consider the macrostructure such as the different scale, such as nanoscale and mesoscale macrostructure and the effect of porosity on the piezoresistive behavior. First, we designed a fabricated for the porous flexible pressure sensor. Here we use PDMS as the matrix, and we use the multi-watt carbon nanotubes as the conductive fillers. And then we use the expandable macrospheres to control the porosity in the nanocomposites. Here is the theoretical framework for the multiscale homogenization method. First of all, for here, we consider two aspects. One is for the carbon nanotubes as the short fiber, and with the imperfect interface between the carbon nanotubes and the matrix. On the other hand, we also consider the void. The void we introduced into the matrix to control the stiffness and the deformation of the sensing materials. And for the macro homogenization, we first consider the aggregation of the nanofillers, because the nanofillers can they have non-uniform distribution in the polymer matrix. And then for the mesoscale, we have homogenized the fiber, the short fiber, and the interface, and the void, and the matrix. And finally, we can on the macro scale, we can obtain the mechanical and electrical property for the nanocomposites. This is our main framework for the multi-scale modeling. First, for the polymer matrix, here we use the Burgers model to describe inherent viscoelasticity of the PDMS. And for this one, for the Burgers model, we use the dashpot and the spring combination to describe its viscoelasticity. And then we also consider the imperfect interface between the nanofillers between the matrix, and we consider multi-word carbon nanotubes as the transverse isotropic speed, and we consider the void evolution in the polymer matrix. Here we use the Mori-Tanaka method to achieve effective mechanical modulus of the nanocomposites. And in physics, we also use the Maxwell far-field matching approach to achieve the effective electrical conductivity of the whole composites. This is for the piezo-resistive effects. Here we mainly consider the strain-dependent tunneling resistance change. This is our feature extraction analysis. Our model can well capture the 4 stages for the step loading conditions. First, the instantaneous loading and the creep process, and then unloading and finally recover. Similar condition for the cyclic loading is mainly have 2 processes. First is about attenuation, and then has the stability of the resistance response. Okay, no problem. And we also use the Sirac model to guide the further experiment. And we also for the monitoring the 3D printing pressure and the assembling of the composites. Finally, I give a shorter conclusion. We studied the resistance creep and relaxation for the time evolution piezo-resistive behavior of viscoelastic porous nanocomposites, flexible sensors. And then we established multi-physics coupled mechanical, mechanical models to capture these behaviors. And finally, we designed new flexible sensors based on our theoretical models. This is a short advanced advertisement for the Electromechanical Sinica mechanics journal. Welcome our colleagues to submission papers. And then another is about research. This is a comprehensive platform for the advanced energy manufacturing and materials and so on. Is the blue scope. Finally, thanks for this conference. Thank you.